We'll make sure that toe comes up so you get hip rotation through. Tilt, fire. A little bit more knob tilt. What's this new knob to the ball thing?
I am.
Uh-huh. Tilt to the catcher. Tilt back. Through. There you go. Push that knob to the catcher. So pause. Look back at your hands right now. Well, before you did that, go back into your start. That's new. You haven't done this before. Elevate, push the knob, flip the knob, and fire. Make sure you have this here though. Whatever you got this from, we are eliminating.
I think that's yesterday.
Yeah,
I don't know.
don't do that. Back, clear. Last one. Front hand, hold extension. So watch how that front shoulder opens and you're driving that elbow. I want to see the barrel get through and hold. So see how right there you hit contact and just slide straight up. Right, if you're coming straight through and pointing to the back of the cage, not coming up and out through that hand. So fire this, fire this, fire this.
Like here.
Through, connect, and hold. Don't let it bounce from here to here. See the difference? See how it's still coming this way?
Yeah.
So hit elbow, hand, barrel, and hold from that position in the elbow. Don't let the whole shoulder open up. Small ball here. Fire. Show me where I want to see it.
Like an extension?
Yep. There. Look at how that shoulder's still down. The other ones, when you're full blast, that shoulder's opening through. Backhand here. A little bit of a chop. So get a little bit more distance on your knob stretch, your hand stretch.
Okay.
This way through the catcher. Big through.
Ooh. I'm like coming
Kind of chopping down through it. I want you to flip that knob and come through. Turn the barrel. Turn. There you go. Better. Back. Turn. Back to your little chop. Stretching the hand. Hand away. Through. Good. Back. Clear. Drive that back knee down, hips get through right before the hands. Fire the hips, hold. Yep. Watch the shoulders. Hold. Leg good. Stretching those hands. Stretch through, fire the elbow. Straight through, short quick to the inside. That knob to barrel.
I don't know. I think I started doing it.
You saw someone. I know you better than that.
No, I think I just like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
You're like like your barrel is down below. You're very relaxed in the hands. Relax is a good thing, but we still want positive angle. So right now you're like very tucked into this back elbow, and the barrel's shooting straight back and down versus having that positive angle. So elbow, there, back, through.
Ooh, that was weird.
Left. Legs here, but after this, your bottom half doesn't move. So it's just focusing on your upper half and making sure that the hand path stays inside the ball. I am going to let you finish full all the way through. You don't have to hold extension, but again, I don't want to let that heel or hip rotate through. I'm just going to focus on keeping my hands quick to the inside, extending and finishing through the upper body only. So on go, it's just a load in the knob, not a load in the lower half. Okay? Go and through. Make sense? I'm not letting any of this rotate and fire. I'm just gonna figure my upper half movements and make sure that they're clean.
Okay. Can I do like a couple extension ones and then do?
Yeah, absolutely. Scoot up just a little bit, because remember this one you don't have stride. No legs here. Go. Yep.
I'm trying to like...
It's stemming from this barrel being super lazy, and it's trying to catch up as you come through. You've got to make a big adjustment. You're going to create a really bad habit. So although it might be different, and you've gotten into this little bit of habit in the last 24 hours, we'll say, we got to get out of it. This is where I need you. Knob to the catcher. No other point. Not here. Not here. Here. Okay. Nope.
But then I go back, right?
Even on your start, I don't want this laziness. Back. Better. Now as you
I'll
come,
drive further.
yeah, and now when you come through, make sure that you're staying through your toes, right? Because the minute this here is making you also come this way versus being here, it's staying tighter through your chest as you come through. Better. Nice job. Away from the ball. Barrel can cover the ball. If we're here, we're too far away. If we're here, we're way too close. Okay. On my go, this is where we're gonna hit that slow motion sink and tilt into this hip hinge, but also into your knob drive to the catcher. Okay. Not two motions. Always that sit to rotate is always weird at first, but not sit to rotate. It's one. So slow motion into that hinge. When you feel like you've hit full depth here, then you're gonna fire out, staying inside. Biggest focus is though what leads through the swing.
Your back hip.
Your back hip, not your hands. If your hands lead, you're going to want to come around and across the ball. We want to make sure we're still working short and quick to the inside. This stance makes this pitch simulate like it's outside. So we're still trying to take this to the back of the cage here, okay? If we're pulling it, that just means that barrel's around it or the hands cast it around it. So again, you're into that stance. On my go, slow motion in when I feel like I've hit full depth. Fire out from the hip, hands follow, and I'm going to take it through the back of the cage. Put all the emphasis into the hip, out of the hip, through.
Hey, come on now.
Go. Slower on the first one. And you can finish full here. You can start on the extension if you want, but you can finish full. Go. see how you got around that one?
Yeah.
And that was a lot of upper body, kind of into that half circle motion. I want a short and quick line to the inside of the ball. Go slow. Okay, so slower on that first motion
I
because
didn't
it's
go
quick.
back. Yeah.
Exactly, it's quick and it's rushed. So slow, and then once you feel you can hit full depth here, not just here, right? It's got to be into that hip, driving you into that hinge. Then you can fire out, but it's got to be double the amount of timing, slow timing. Go. Use your hip. Go. Into the hip. Hip.
Ooh, I like did a full swing.
And try not to let
Yeah.
that fire. Scoot this foot closer to the tee just a little bit.
Here.
Yep.
Good.
Go. Into the hip. Through the hip. Good. And I'm going to have to go.
Right upward.
So slow and just keep your hands inside the ball more through the direct line. Back. Through. Good. Better. Back. There. And around again. That first motion on the hands when you want to fire your hips, feel your hands if they're drifting away from you or if they're staying straight inside. As that hip fires, your hands, remember, they follow whatever our hips do. So if our hips fire slow or they lag, then our hands are going to do the same exact thing. But if our hips fire fast and through that direct line, our hands are going to follow on that same path. Go. See, clear. Better. Just around that again, yep. And that's all hands. Go. See? Clear. Hold your legs. So on that one, when you pop out like that and lose your balance, what's that tell you?
I'm going, like my hips are like coming too much like upward.
Yeah, and your knees, so through your drive, right? We always talk about at the end of your swing, that back knee should be driven through the ground. We should be stable into our legs. We shouldn't be popping up and unbalanced. So on that initial drive, your hip drove up and through versus straight through the ball, which made your knees extend and drove your whole body up and tall versus being engaged in those legs even on the finish. Go. Go. Around, heavy through the hands. Long through the hands. Short, quick, fire that front elbow, get through. Go. Go. Leave the hip. Good job. Last one. Go. Hip. Ooh, feel your front shoulder there? Everything got brought up as far as your chest and head. Stay on contact. Last one. To our rhythm, that first motion has to be all the way up as far as our stride because that back foot's going to place to our back foot to our stance. So this second step, you have to think about where you want your stance to land. Okay? So stride foot first, back leg second, then stride and stretch, then swing through set of 4, or count of 4, I should say. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously I can tell I'm a little far away, so I'm going to scoop up just a little bit. It might take you a few rounds to get used to where you want to be at. Again, stride foot first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then hold that finish. Again, I'm driving the knee down, stable into my finish. I'm not bouncing up or through or uneven as far as controlling my movements. Go. 4, same thing. You're stepping too hard. Don't. Better. Now, from your stride and stretch, step number 3, I want you to think clock is on. You got to get way quicker to contact from that stride and stretch. Right now, you hit that stride and stretch, and it takes you forever to get to the ball. So we got to work a lot quicker getting to the ball after step 3. I'll go ahead and count your steps here so you can hear them. Go. 1, 2, 3. Contact better. On 3. Stay tight there. Go. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Does that make sense? That little bit of a push. Yeah. You're so tight to your cheek. Go. 1, 2. Yes. That was so much better. Way to take it that way. Is that what you're talking about? That finish right there?
Well, that one was just because it was like outside and then from like. But I'm saying like even like on inside ones, like just kind of not having a long finish.
Yeah, I would say.
So I feel like I make it super long.
Yeah, you have that tendency, yes. But I would say if you're gonna do never an in between. So if you're gonna do extension, hold it clean. Don't do that in between where you like keep letting it go, because then your shoulders are just over rotating and they're kind of getting into that. Good. Yes, much better on the inside.
Late. I kind of caught it like right
really
here.
Inside pitch, not a ton. So delayed, you're thinking all about your barrel that you're going like this. At the very last second, you're coming like that to the bottom of the ball and you're slicing down. I need you to get the hands back into it. Hands back, hands through, stay through your plane. Then flip it, stay through your plane. But you are so late and trying to bring this through the zone at the last second. You've got to put way more emphasis on this. Turn hips, turn upper body, and get through your plane.
Like there, like drive
Yeah.
more.
Yep. But don't be so delayed. Don't right here, like even when you just did that, do that again. When you turn your hips and then you turn your upper body. Be okay getting here at the same time.
Okay.
It's not this, right? Because then at the last second, what's your barrel gonna do?
Down.
It's that slice, right? When we work on knob to barrel, that's to make sure that we have our width, our velocity. When we swing, we shouldn't see that disconnect. It should be more compact altogether. So as we get, yes, exactly. And that's what we're missing, is that is so delayed that at the last second it's slicing down below the ball. Okay? So get more compact, get that barrel through 90. 0, 0. Turn. Still under, so let's adjust and get turn through 1. Back. Turn. Better. Late, way late. That was super delayed. That was all upper body. Back to your slice. On top, ground ball.
here.